Monday, March 9th, 2026. The Strait of Hormuz is closed. Oil rockets from $70 a barrel to $119 in 11 days.
We're achieving major strides toward completing our military objective. And some people could say they're pretty well complete. We're very proud to be involved in this, and it's going to be ended soon.
You are watching PragmaPerf.
Quick context, and if you want the full story on how this war began and the oil shock it triggered, I covered it in detail in the previous video, link in the description. Here is what you need to know right now. Since February 28th, the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow corridor through which 20% of the world's oil flows every single day, is effectively closed. Those are 17 million barrels a day gone from the market. Every day the strait stays closed, the meter runs. But here is what the headlines miss. The meter runs differently for different people. Some are paying, some are profiting, and understanding which is which, that is the real story. So, here is the big question. What is this war actually costing? Line by line, who is paying that invoice? And who is on the other side of it cashing the check? Because in every war, there are losers, but there are always winners too, and this one is no different. To understand the financial logic of this war, you need one word: asymmetry. The Islamic Republic's military doctrine is not designed to win. It is designed to make defending cost more than attacking every single time. Here is the attack. Iran's drone costs between $20,000 and $50,000 to manufacture. Here is what it costs to shoot one down. The Iron Dome interceptor, $40,000 to $50,000. David's sling, $1 million per shot. The Patriot, $4,100,000 per shot. And at the top, THAAD, $12,700,000 per intercept. The Heritage Foundation warned that high-end interceptor stockpiles could be exhausted within days of sustained combat. Some systems depleted after just 2 or 3 major salvos. A drone that costs less than a used car, rendering the world's most advanced air defense financially unsustainable. The Islamic Republic turned cheap manufacturing and scarcity into a global financial drain. But here is the wild card that changes everything. Israel's Iron Beam laser. Each intercept costs $3. Unlimited magazine as long as there is power. $3 against millions. But Iron Beam has real limits: rain, dust, atmospheric interference, one target at a time. It is not yet the game changer that ends the asymmetry. Not yet. And the drones keep coming. Now, who is cashing the check? Every war has losers. This one also has very clear winners. While the world pays the oil premium, 3 groups, at least, are having the best quarter of their lives. The first winner is the US defense contractor. On the first trading day after Operation Epic Fury launched, defense stocks surged. Northrop Grumman, RTX, Lockheed Martin, all 3 hit 52-week highs. Some reached record levels in a single session. Since the start of 2026, as Iran tensions escalated, Lockheed's stock had already climbed 40%. And it's not just stock price. The Pentagon ramped contracts. Lockheed signed a deal to quadruple THAAD interceptor production. Morgan Stanley issued a note recommending investors consider increasing exposure to defense, security, aerospace, and industrial resilience. The second winner is American oil producer. President Trump posted on March 12th. The United States is the largest oil producer in the world, so when oil prices go up, we make a lot of money. Last month, gas at $2.30. Today, it's $3.60, a 56% increase in 4 weeks. So yes, there is a flip side to this oil shock. Higher prices mean huge gains for American producers. Goldman Sachs warns of inflation and slower growth. President Trump's administration calls it short-term pain for long-term gain. The data supports both, but tension is the actual story. The third winner is US liquefied natural gas exporter. Iranian drones hit Qatar's liquefied natural gas facilities. European gas prices jumped over 50% in a single week. Who fills that gap? American LNG exporters. Companies that spent years building export terminals now selling into the most expensive gas market in years. Now, the full invoice. Let's price this war line by line, dollar by dollar. Line 1. The oil premium. The moment the first missile flies, oil crosses $100. That gap doesn't just hurt at the pump. It flows into every product that gets made, shipped, or grown. Fertilizer, plastics, food. The oil premium is a tax paid daily by everyone. Line 2. US military deployment. Operation Epic Fury estimates run to tens of billions per week. Line 3. Allied air defense. Israel and Gulf state interception at peak intensity, hundreds of millions of dollars per day in interceptor costs alone. Line 4. Supply chain damage. Fertilizer shortages, LNG rerouting, shipping detours, insurance policy collapses. Hundreds of billions in damage that will be felt for months after the guns go quiet. And before we close the ledger, the costs that never make the ticker. Human lives, civilian infrastructure, reconstruction. Iraq cost over $100 billion to partially rebuild. Iran is larger, far more developed. Imagine the price tag. Well, the Islamic Republic's defense budget, a fraction of America's $900 billion, was enough to threaten the Strait, carrying 20% of global oil trade, strain Western interceptor stockpiles to near depletion, hold the entire world economy hostage with a $20,000 drone. But here is what the regime failed to calculate. The oil revenues that fund the IRGC, the tens of billions per year that keep the regime armed and in power, those revenues have collapsed. The infrastructure is destroyed. The tankers aren't moving. The sanctions are total. The weapon the regime built out of Iranian suffering is now turning inward. Iran is not its regime. Iran is a nation of 90 million people, historically one of the great civilizations of the world, which raises a question that goes far beyond military strategy. What would a free Iran mean for oil prices, for global inflation, for the world economy? I've explored exactly that in my free Iran video, because the numbers are extraordinary.
Subscribe to PragmaPerf.